Hi again. Now I'm going to show you the first steps to start crocheting, but first we are going to learn the slip knot, which is the first loop you need to make on your hook to start crocheting. Almost all crochet works begin with this knot, so we are going to make a loop shape with the tail end of the yarn, something like a pretzel, like this. So I'm gonna something like this. And when you have this pretzel shape, you're gonna hold it with your thumb and index finger, and then I'm gonna insert my hook and pull this or draw this loop, and tighten the yarn tail and the yarn, I'm gonna like this tighten and the loop around the hook like this. So I'm gonna do it again. It's like you're gonna do a simple knot, like usually you do this, but instead of doing that, we're gonna keep it like this pretzel shape, like this. And then you're gonna go with your crochet hook and draw the loop like this and tighten. Another way of doing it is you can whip the yarn between your fingers like this, and you have this like this, and then you are gonna like it, and the tail end here, and with your hook you do this and draw the loop like this. This is another way. You have to do a knot. This is a slip knot. When I was a child, I always made a knot in my hook like this. Oh, sorry. I'm showing you this because when I was young, this is the way I was. I didn't know about the slip knot, so I do a simple knot like this, and it functions as well as the slip knot. But the professional thing to do is like the slip knot. So I'm going to show you the slip knot. And then you have this problem because you have to unknot this. So again, and you see again how to do the slip knot like this, and then we have the slip knot, which is not a stitch, so it doesn't count as a stitch. And now we're going to do the actual stitches, and the first one is the chain stitch, which is the basis for most crochet works. If you're working in rows, your first row will be a chain stitches, known as foundation chain, but it's also used to join rounds, turn a stitch, etc. So now I'm going to show you holding the hook as a pencil. So I'm grabbing the hook like this and holding the slip knot. I'm gonna wrap the yarn around the hook from back to front. This movement here like this is called yarn over. Then I'm gonna hold again my slip knot here with my thumb and my index finger, and holding this here, I'm gonna draw the hook backward. So I'm moving this, not this. I'm gonna draw the hook backward to pull the yarn through the loop on the hook like this. So again, I hold this. If I not hold the yarn here, it's gonna spin around. So I hold the yarn here like this, then yarn over, and I'm drawing the loop. I'm drawing the hook backward to pull the yarn through the loop like this. And again, so yarn over, and then you are gonna pull the yarn through the loop like this. You can do this like these movements like this, or you can, instead of winding the yarn over the hook, I'm gonna grasp the yarn like this, and I'm gonna twist the hook under the yarn, and then pull the yarn through the loops like this. So see, this is a way like this. And I repeat, and then I'm gonna show you something like for me is very important, which is the part of holding the yarn and the work and the hook, because you don't want to twist around the work like this, which is very frustrating at first. So the most important part here is learning to hold the yarn and the hook, but here is the yarn and the work. So for example, if I'm grasping, I'm holding the hook as a knife, I'm gonna do, as I told you before, as I showed you before, like this. I'm holding the loop in the hook, and then I can yarn over, and then I'm gonna hold the work again, the chain stitches, and then pull the yarn through the loop. And this is very important too, because if you see, the throat is always looking sideways or downwards, never like this, because if you put the throat like this, you're gonna get stuck in the stitch and you cannot pull it through. So you want it to go downwards or sideways, and then you can pull the loop through the stitch. The fact I'm doing like a lot of the chain stitches, and this is the foundation chain, which is a string of chain stitches you have to crochet if you want to crochet the flat fabric, like we are going to do next. And it's like casting on in knitting if you knit. And to help maintain an even foundation chain, you have to keep changing your grip on the crocheted chains. So we are always holding them near the hook. So no matter if you hold the work like this, like I'm gonna hold the loop on the crochet hook, and then I'm gonna yarn like this, and then I'm gonna hold again the work and then pull the yarn through the loop. Or if I'm gonna hold it like this, or perhaps you want to hold it like this, and you can try. One way is like this, twisting around, and I have my yarn all inside my hand, or I can put the yarn over my index finger and then go like this, or you can only do this and continue doing this movement all the time. But I want you to notice how I always hold in my work every time I have to draw the hook backwards like this, because if I don't do that, it's gonna spin around. This is the most important thing to learn about crocheting at first. So we are gonna do these crochet stitches, repeat these steps, as many chain stitches as required. And now I only want you to practice this movement as holding the hook as a knife or as a pencil, as you want, and you can go yarn over like this, or you can twist the hook under the yarn. It doesn't matter, it's the way you find more comfortable, but do as many chain stitches as you want, like a lot, so the movement becomes more natural for you, and you are gonna learn more about you and the way you want to hold the work. So don't worry about it, practice a lot, and then we are going to go to the next video and see the single crochet stitches. Thank you very much. Bye.